Did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? Look down at your stomach right now. That small scar in the center of your belly button is proof of something. Proof that you were once connected to another human being. Proof that you grew inside someone. Proof that, at some point, you were attached by an umbilical cord. So here's a question that has genuinely divided theologians, scientists, and artists for over 1,000 years. If Adam and Eve were never born if they were created directly, fully formed, by God himself, did they have belly buttons? It sounds like a joke. It isn't. This isn't a new debate invented by the internet. For centuries, painters faced this exact dilemma every single time they were commissioned to paint Adam and Eve. Do you paint them with a belly button, making them look biologically human, accurate to how real bodies look? Or do you paint them without one staying theologically precise to the idea that they were never born and therefore should have no scar from an umbilical cord that never existed? Renaissance painters argued about this constantly. Some included the navel anyway, simply because a stomach without one looked unnervingly wrong to the human eye. Others left it out deliberately, taking the theology completely seriously. In 1944, this exact debate escalated all the way to the Catholic Church, when a writer publicly insisted that any depiction of Adam with a navel was technically heretical. A belly button, causing religious controversy in the 20th century. Let's take the logic seriously for a second. A belly button exists for one biological reason, and one reason only: it's the scar left behind after an umbilical cord is cut, the cord that connected a fetus to its mother's placenta inside the womb. If Adam and Eve were created as fully grown adults, not gestated, not born, not connected to any mother at all, then logically, biologically, they would have absolutely no reason to have one. A navel is essentially a birth certificate written directly onto your skin. It says, "I was born." If you were never born, if you simply appeared, your body has no reason to carry that scar. By this logic, Adam and Eve's stomachs should have been completely smooth. No mark, no proof of birth, because there was no birth to prove. But here's where the counterargument gets genuinely clever. Some theologians argue something called the doctrine of appearance of age. The idea goes like this: if God created a fully grown adult human, wouldn't that body need to look fully grown in every detail, down to the smallest feature? A tree created by God on day one wouldn't have rings showing 50 years of growth, yet it would still look like a fully mature tree. An adult human created instantly might still need skin that looks like adult skin, hair that looks grown, and yes, a belly button that looks exactly like every other human belly button, purely to look biologically complete and consistent. In this version, the belly button isn't proof of birth. It's just part of the design template every human body uses, included not because Adam was born, but because that's simply what a complete, functioning human body looks like. Two completely different starting assumptions. Two completely opposite, equally logical conclusions. And to this day, there's no consensus. This sounds like a silly debate about anatomy. It isn't really about belly buttons at all. It's about something much bigger. How do you depict something that has never existed in nature? Every single human being who has ever lived was born, connected to a mother, then separated. Every painter, every sculptor, every storyteller who has ever tried to imagine Adam and Eve has had to imagine a body that breaks that universal rule for the first time in history. There was no precedent, no reference, nothing to copy, which is exactly why this question has survived for centuries instead of disappearing as a joke. It forces you to think about the difference between a body that simply looks human and a body that has lived through every process that actually makes humans human. So did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? Nobody has ever definitively answered that question. Not the theologians, not the painters, not the Vatican. But maybe that's exactly the point. The belly button you have right now isn't just a scar. It's proof that, unlike them, your story actually started with someone else. Welcome to NeverKnew.